The last SmackDown before the biggest WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania XL, aka WrestleMania 40, Philadelphia was on fire tonight. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about it. For me, maybe I'm biased. Obviously, I'm from Philly. But for me, this SmackDown felt like a PLE. I haven't seen the Philly crowd this hot in a very, very long time. Let's get right into it, man. We starting to show off Meek Mill. Just from the rip, having Meek Mill bring in SmackDown. He's supposed to be making an appearance at this weekend's WrestleMania. Is just epic. It looks good for the company. You know, Triple H put Meek Mill over. Yo, man, this your city. We just coming to have fun. If I'm not mistaken, those was his exact words. And just to pay homage to a Philadelphia legend like that, it's always good to see, you know. And Philly's gonna love that. You know, everyone in Philly, you know, we know the stature that Meek Mill's at. So for WWE, for Triple H to acknowledge Meek Mill and be like, yeah, this your city. We just coming through, and he's in the beginning of the SmackDown program. I'm sorry, I'm from Philly. I just love to see it, man. It was like, wow, that was the best way you could start off SmackDown. Kevin Owens comes out to start this night of SmackDown. Philadelphia, we love Kevin Owens. You know, he give us kind of ECW vibes. As ECW is still in play right now, we feel like Kevin Owens could go over there and play ball. We like that fight, Kevin Owens fight. We don't like he's in a triple threat match with Randy Orton and Logan Paul, but we're going to take what we're going to take. So he's doing the Kevin Owens show, and I think it came off a little bit weird because I'm thinking if he's doing the Kevin Owens show, at least have his little setup, at least a podcast setup, you know, just put a table, put something out there. I don't remember him having anything out there. I could be wrong because I was halfway watching SmackDown and halfway, you know, handling some other things. But from what I could see, he didn't have anything in the ring. He brings out Randy Orton as a guest on his show. Okay. They're sitting there popping it, you know, talking to the Philly crowd. Logan Paul comes up. And where is he at? Across the street at Lincoln Financial Field, getting the scenery right. Seeing what ins and outs he could take advantage of this weekend, so he could leave Philadelphia as the United States champion. If you ask me, Logan Paul has potential to be one of the greatest United States champion we have ever seen. I don't know how they're going to play the story out, but it's pretty obvious Logan Paul's walking out of the city of brotherly love with that gold. I see it makes no sense to put it on Randy Orton. It makes no sense to put it on Kevin Owens. It makes all the sense for somehow, some way, Logan Paul walks out, Philadelphia champion. Now, he goes on screen. He's on the Titantron popping shit, kind of trolling, you know, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And Kevin Owens was like, yeah, man, that stadium's right across the street. And what's his name? I guess Randy Orton was like, oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, let's go across the street. And they go across the street. Then as they go into the crowd about to go across the street, you got Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They come up under the ring and they're following them. And all right, it was cool. It was cute, actually. It was cute. All right, Kevin Owens takes golf cart. So they went to commercial, and Kevin Owens, this was kind of funny. He took a golf cart. He almost had a little bit of trouble starting it, but he took a golf cart, and Randy Orton gets behind the golf cart. Now he out. They about to go address the situation. They're about to go to Lincoln Financial Field and see if they could, you know, start WrestleMania weekend a little bit early. We see how that turns out. SmackDown, once again, felt like a PLE. Okay, if I'm biased, you got me there. We in Philadelphia. WrestleMania is in Philadelphia. For me, if that crowd felt so hot. All right. Then next, Andre the Giant Battle Royal. If you watch my old videos, I predicted Ricochet. I thought it was pretty obvious Ricochet was going to win. He's been building momentum up to this point, and I'm thinking WWE Creative, they get it right. And guess what? They get it wrong. I'm sorry to just spoil it without taking you, but I'm pretty sure y'all can see the results. Ricochet lost. So you build him, and he lost, and he's gonna get built into a brewing beef with JD. Now they're gonna have great matches, but if there's no substance in this storyline, this has been a complete waste of time. Okay? They're gonna have great matches. They're gonna fight 500 times. You know how WWE do. They have these dudes fight numerous of times. But if there's no storyline, this will be fucking ass. So WWE, hopefully they have something great planned. I like both of these two. One of my favorite is Ricochet, but he didn't win the Battle Royal. Battle Royal starts off, the Nigerian Giant, he's in there. Pretty Deadly tries to beat him up. Of course, they get beat up. One bull gets kicked out. The other bull jumps out the ring. Then they all fighting. Just the same Royal Rumble. It was kind of mid. I ain't gonna lie. It was mid. They fight, and then JD, Ricochet is doing something on the ropes. JD pulls Ricochet boot. Then he falls out, eliminate Ricochet. Then somebody knocks JD out the ring, so he doesn't even win. Then you got Bronson Reed versus Ivar. WWE is pushing Bronson Reed pretty hard. I would have liked to see Ivar win. Bronson Reed won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That doesn't mean he's going to get a crazy heavy push, but whoever is in charge back there, I'm guessing Triple H, he sees something in Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed cool. But when Bronson Reed was fighting Ivar, I really seen like this team would be a good tag team. I know I said AOP reminded me of Earthquake and Typhoon, but if Bronson Reed and Ivar decided to tag, that will be fire. The only thing is, Ivar is such a left gimmick. Then Bronson Reed just is like he's kind of like Rhino from ECW, like kind of, because Rhino was like different. He was a little bit shorter. He seemed like his agility was a little bit better, but Bronson Reed is still just a powerhouse. And I think them two together will be fire. I just think Ivar will have to do something, alter his gimmick, and I don't think WWE wants to do that. So Bronson Reed wins the Andre the Giant Royal Rumble match. Triple H, I'm so happy you took that shit off of WrestleMania, because we was getting sick of it. It was cool maybe 1, 2, 3 times, but honestly we was getting sick of that shit. So WrestleMania 40 to 50, let's keep that going. Had an Andre the Giant Battle Royal on SmackDown. Not the Raw after, the SmackDown before. Perfect spot. Or we could deal with it on the pre-show. On the main card, no. So then commercial comes. Logan Paul shows up again at Lincoln Financial Field. No, he's in the Wells Fargo Center. So I'm guessing Kevin and Randy is looking for Logan in a huge ass stadium that fits 90,000 plus. Then he ran across the street, and now he's in the Wells Fargo building. So he's popping shit to them, and they come out, they beat him up or whatever, and that's how that segment ends. And remember what I told y'all, WWE writing, whoever gets beat up most likely will be going over this weekend. Now, I'm not saying 100%, but I guarantee over 50%. When we look at the results from Monday and Friday, whoever got beat up, they went over that weekend. We're going to see the results after, and we're going to get back, see if I was right. Logan Paul is going to win this weekend. Dragon Lee gets beat up. He gets hurt. Carlito's like, I don't know what happened. Now, remember when I told y'all, If I was in the NWO, if I was Carlito, I'll be looking at Rey like, you got Dragon Lee sitting up here tag teaming with you at the biggest WrestleMania of all time, or we've been here rocking with you? Oh, no. That ain't gonna work. Would have screwed Rey Mysterio over. I said it. And that looks like what's gonna happen. See, I've been watching this shit for too long. I know that wasn't Santos. That wasn't, man, I guarantee that was Carlito or somebody at the LWO that put a beating on Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee, you're fired, but this is the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So they got Andrade linking up. And I'm going ahead of myself. My bad. So Dragon Lee gets hurt. Seems like an inside job. Then they go to the next segment. Zelina Vega, and I was meant to get the other girl's name. I don't even know her name. I honestly forgot her name. I don't even know it. So they're fighting. Then Dominic and Santos come in. They beat up Rey Mysterio. They jump him. Andrade come in. He's about to join the Judgment Day. And what happens? Turn his back on Dominic. Start whipping his ass. Start whipping Santos' ass. They're out the ring. Oh, yo, I'm going to get you, WrestleMania. Arguing, going back and forth. And now the match has changed. Dragon Lee is not medically cleared to fight this weekend at WrestleMania. So Andrade will be taking his spot. I think that's fire. I like that better than Dragon Lee. Like I said, I think Dragon Lee is fire. I like Dragon Lee, but Andrade, I like Andrade more. And man, and it's that makes it harder to call. Because who do you put over, Santos and Dominic or Dragon Lee? I think that's my sleeper match. For me personally, I'm going to be watching that match very closely because that match is a fire match, and that's going to be a slept-on tag match. And goes the commercial, and Bianca Belair come out. I never needed you. Oh, fall down. I fuck with Bianca, man. Naomi come out. Naomi fire, like it's good. Even though I said Naomi been losing week after week after week, now that she gets this spot at WrestleMania, I feel like, okay, the WWE writing, WWE creative, they made it even now. They made it equal now. They got Naomi on the biggest card ever. And damn, you can't really ask. And it's not a pre-show. It's not like they got her at some weird 30-woman Royal Rumble. They got her with a powerhouse like Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and honestly, it's gonna be Naomi and Bianca that's gonna carry the match for the most part. Jade Cargill gonna come and be a powerhouse like she is, and that's an obvious. We could see that from a mile away. They're gonna go over. There's no way in hell Damage Control should be winning that match. So they come out, they cutting a promo, they look good as fuck. They bring out Jade Cargill. She has an epic entrance. They're all wearing this cowboy hat. But sisters, I got Jade, I love you, man. Like, I love these sisters, but you not in Texas. The cowboy stuff, it looks cute, but you in Philadelphia, so this cowboy stuff still looks cute, though. After that, Jay, it's not really the right about that. Jay cuts promo. Philly loves it. Philly, we love Jey Uso. Just me, Uso. Dang, what? That shit is fire, man. Jey Uso is fire, man. He need to go over. Even though I could see them putting Jimmy over, Jey Uso needs to go over tomorrow at WrestleMania. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. New Catch Republic versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. This is kind of a filler match. We all knew New Catch Republic was gonna win. They work. I like their team. They work good. They look good. They'll be good in the ladder match. Grayson would have been too, and Austin. Man, what are they doing with Austin Theory? He beats John Cena at one WrestleMania. And a few years later, he's losing on the SmackDown before the biggest WrestleMania of all time. He doesn't get on a card at all. He's not on a pre-show card. He's not in a tag match. He's not setting up the ring. He's not commentating. He's not a referee. They have Austin Theory nowhere near this WrestleMania card. After he lost that match at Friday Night SmackDown, if I was Austin Theory, I'm taking that first Spirit flight the fuck out of Philadelphia. He's not on the card. So what are we doing with Austin Theory after this? If he beefed with Grayson Waller, that shit is going to be ass. What do you do? WWE writing has buried Austin Theory. For what reason, we don't know. This dude's a star. But when you're giving him nothing to work with, what the fuck do you want him to do? This is insane. I don't get it. Austin Theory versus Solo Sikoa would have been fire somehow. I know they're both heels, but man, figure something out. That kind of pisses me off. They doing that to Austin, man. I like him. Oh, man. So, New Cash Republic, they beat Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I'm not going to do the whole break. It was just a regular match, honestly. As I'm reading this card, this SmackDown card was kind of like this, but the energy Philly had, the crowd was the stars of this show, to be honest. The crowd was on fire. We didn't give a fuck what happened tonight. We was going to go crazy. I like that, man. Philly's such a good crowd. New Cash Republic. I don't even know who wins this match, but I know Judgment Day comes out. No, New Cash Republic wins because they're going in the tag match tomorrow or whatever day that is. New Cash Republic, they get beat up by Judgment Day. They beat the shit out of everybody. Grayson, Austin, and New Cash Republic. So, man, like, I like that segment. I like that segment when Judgment Day beat up everybody. It looked a little bit different. It wasn't just like, ooh. They came out and Damian Priest kind of looked like a monster, choke slamming shit. You got Finn Balor, coup de grace. You got Dirty Dom, frog splash. You got JD doing his move. Incredible, man. Incredible. I like that. I like how Judgment Day looked. That is a clear sign. Mark my words. That's a clear sign they're dropping the titles this weekend. I'm happy they dropped the titles this weekend. There have been rumors that they're going to combine the fucking two titles because it looks weird seeing two people with 4 titles. It just doesn't look appealing to the eye. Just make it one fucking title for one person. Call it the tag team titles, not one for both of them, but, just don't have 4 titles. Tag team, 2 titles, keep it regular. And if you ask me, I hope they go to the throwback vintage tag team titles. We know they're not going to do that. But Judgment Day dropping the tag team titles to one of these guys this weekend. Then commercial comes. LA Knight cuts promo on AJ Styles. Now, I put it up on my shorts. AJ Styles and LA Knight had the fakest, realest fight I ever seen. They seen each other. LA Knight takes his glasses off. They're not even doing that, actually. They're like grabbing each other. LA Knight has a clear shot at AJ Styles' jaw like multiple times. He refuses to swing. So they're like grabbing each other. And I ain't gonna lie, LA Knight, AJ Styles picked LA Knight up. Boom! Slammed him right on the fucking ground. That shit looked like it hurt. But somehow AJ Styles' nose got scratched. So he got color a little bit there. But I still think the beef is mid. I still think the writing is mid. I still don't really like this match. And, man. Hopefully it's a sleeper because they're 2 good workers. So, You never know with top talent like LA Knight and AJ Styles. Even though I might not like it, might be a sleeper of the night. Who knows? I doubt it though. So LA Knight cuts his promo and he has this weird stumble. I really wish I knew what he was about to say. He was like, and who's going to do that? He literally did something like that. Like, I don't know if he was going to say the great one, the final boss. I don't know if he was going to say, and that's the bottom line. I don't know what he was going to say because he has a bit of Stone Cold in him. He has a bit of The Rock. I don't know if he was going to slip up or whatever, but he had a major slip up. He cut a promo. I give him a 7 out of 10. But, man, that was... I know he was like, oh, this had to be annoying, but he's a professional. I mean, it's live TV. What the fuck? Street Profits does a vignette against the Final Testament. The Final Testament did one earlier that night. They're going to have a Philadelphia street fight this weekend. I think that shit is going to be fire. I think it's going to be fire. I think the Final Testament is going to go over. And... I'm looking forward to that. I'm not even going to... I hope they even set the night off with that. I ain't going to lie. Then you got Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa, the brothers. Philly is going crazy for Jey Uso. Day one, shit's just me, Uso. Man, Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso is a star, man. They have a regular match. They go back and forth. Then something unexpected happens. Jimmy Uso comes from the crowd for the bout 716th time, comes from the crowd and interferes. Please, anyone in WWE, please hear me out. I know I got 30 subscribers. I think I got maybe 25. If one of you are a part of WWE Creative, let this be the last fucking time Jimmy interferes from the crowd. That shit has gotten so fucking played out. We don't want to see this shit no more. Please, I'm begging you. That shit is killing me at this point. Stop writing segments where Jimmy interferes from the crowd. We had enough. Back to SmackDown. He interferes from the crowd and then start beating up Jey. They call a DQ. Cody Rhodes come out. Seth Rollins come out. Help fight off Jimmy. Help fight off Solo. And then they put a little spice in it. Take the weight belt off. Bow! Bow! To Jey. Bow! They hit Solo Sikoa like one time. He rolled the fuck out the ring like, I ain't doing this shit. He took one or two. Jey took most of them though, but Solo got hit with one of them bitches and rolled right the fuck out the ring, man. Kudos to Jey and Jimmy and Cody and fucking Seth because, man, them lashes aren't sweet. That you could hear that shit like from far, far away, man. All right, so after going through the SmackDown, to be honest, okay, the SmackDown was just a regular show. It was just a nice prep up. It wasn't like a PLE. SmackDown wasn't this grand thing. It was just a nice prep show. But the crowd was like, that was a PLE crowd. They was on fire. Tomorrow they'll be on fire. Sunday they'll be on fire. We're going to talk about all of it. We got a long few days of content. You got Saturday, WrestleMania Night 1. Sunday, WrestleMania Night 2. Then Raw. The Raw after WrestleMania, that's always epic. We're going to unpack everything. I'm going to be right here. And Bobby Monsoon 215, like, comment, subscribe. Once again, you know I always end it off saying, appreciate the comments, man. I appreciate the likes. Appreciate the viewership. Even when my views getting 2, 3, 4 views, you know, one of them be me. The other one be one of my other phone. But I know if I got 2 views, I know it's me. But if I got 3, 4, 5. I know it's other people that's watching it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's all I need, man. You know, that's all I need. Somebody else to discuss this wrestling stuff with, man. Because we in a historic time in professional wrestling, and I'm just happy to be here to document it, and I'm gonna be keeping the content coming.